please.
Teacher, what's the meaning for this?
Assalamu alaikum.
This means the first thing what you do when someone is injured.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. The first aid. You treat him at home before you go to hospital. Repeat after me, please. Flying doctors.
Flying doctors.
First aid.
First aid.
Helicopter.
Helicopter.
Medical.
Helicopter.
Airplane.
Airplane.
Medical equipment.
Medical van.
Emergency.
Emergency.
Paramedics. Okay. Done.
Pilot.
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 Ambulance.
Ambulance.
Save lives.
Same.
Enormous country. Service. Population. Get to. Areas. Drive. Countryside. 6-hour drive. Coast. Are cold. Bring. 1/3. Much quicker. As well as. Traveling by road.
Traveling by road.
Even.
Important.
Now let's know.
Mister, can I go toilet?
Yes, you can. Let's study these words in English. What are the flying doctors? They are doctors who fly in helicopter. They are doctors who fly in helicopter. For example, if we hear that Tamer burned his leg or burned his hand, we call the doctors. And because Luxor is very away, they fly in helicopter to help Tamer. So they are flying doctors. They don't have wings, of course, like birds, but they fly in helicopter to help the sick people, to give them quick help.
Like this bird?
Yes, like the parrot for Ziad is the flying doctor. He wants to help people when they are sick. All right, Ziad?
No.
You can send your parrot to Tamer because Tamer is sick. He can't walk. He sits on wheelchair. You can send your parrot to help Tamer. You can arrange with Yasin Ahmed because Yasin Ahmed from Luxor. He can help you. Where should your parrot go? He will tell your parrot go turn right, turn left, and so on. Helicopter. Helicopter is a plane. It's easy. It's easy. It's a kind of planes. A kind of planes. Airplane is a kind of plane, but it is bigger than helicopter. Helicopter is a small plane. Airplane is a bigger one. Emergency, serious and unexpected, dangerous situation. Yes, this are important words. It's serious, it's not easy.
Teacher,
it's
unexpected. The word airplane. What's the meaning of airplane?
It means a plane. And the dangerous situation.
It means what?
Plane.
It means what?
Plane. It means a plane. Airplane is a plane.
Okay.
Helicopter also is a plane, but helicopter is smaller than airplane. Helicopter doesn't need to run before flying. Airplane needs to run very fast before flying. So emergency is a situation. This situation is dangerous. The situation is serious. It is not easy. It is unexpected. You don't know it is going to happen. For example, you are playing with your parrot and your parrot hurt itself with fire. You don't know that. It's dangerous. You have to help him, right? This is emergency. But when someone has fever or he catch a cold, it is not emergency. He can go to the doctor tomorrow. No problem in that. But when someone bleeds a lot of blood or hit his leg is swollen, it's red, he can't walk, this is emergency. Anyway, first aid, that's your question. What is first aid? You give help to a sick person until you go to hospital. You help him at home until you go to hospital. This is first aid. For example, you put a bandage on the cut before you go to hospital. This is first aid. If someone has fever, you can put a bag of ice on his head before you go to the hospital. This is also first aid, and so on. Medical equipment. And remember, equipment is always singular. We can't say medical equipment. That's wrong. It's always equipment without S. What are medical equipment? Things that doctors use, like syringe, like a stethoscope, like blood pressure machine. These are medical equipment. Now we have paramedics. Paramedics are people who give emergency care. That's it. Yes. They are people give emergency care. When you have a patient who is bleeding and you go to hospital, before you go to the doctor, you go to those paramedics. The paramedics are in the emergency section in the hospital, give him the care he needs before he go to the doctor if he has a serious situation. Ambulance, it's yes, like a car, but you put in the car the nurses and the patient only. This is the ambulance. Now I need you to read. Amr Magdi, read the first line only. Who are flying doctors? Amr Magdi, are you here? Okay. Iyad Muhammad Ali?
Yes, teacher.
Start reading, please.
When you are sick, you can go to the hospital in a car.
Thank you.
In an emergency.
In an emergency.
In an emergency, you can go in an ambulance.
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 Yes, of course. Thank you, Iyad.
The people who drive ambulance.
Thank you, Iyad. We have to move to another student. Yasin Khalid.
Never, I want to read.
Okay, Yusuf, we take turns. Yasin Khalid.
Okay. The people who drive ambulances are called paramedics.
Sir, I wanted to read.
Give you first aid very quickly.
Thank you. Thank you.
Teacher, can I read? I am Ziad.
We take turns. Adam Arif.
What, teacher?
Some countries.
Some countries also use hospital in an emergency.
This word is helicopters. It is not hospitals.
Helicopters.
To get
Helicopters. To get
people to hospital in an emergency. Thank you.
These are
Thank
very
you.
important
Thank
and
you.
can
Thank you.
save lives.
Thank you. Muhammad Samir. These are
very important and can save
lives.
lives.
Continue. Australia
Australia is an
enormous
enormous country, 7.69 million
square
square kilometers.
Thank you. Ahmed Mustafa. Start from here. It has population of about
25
million people.
Most
Thank you, Ahmed Mustafa. Ahmed Adli.
Teacher, what is the meaning of flying doctors?
What?
What is the meaning of flying doctors?
Flying doctors are doctors who fly in helicopter to help sick people in emergency because they need quick help. They can't go to hospital. They call the hospital and they send the flying doctors in helicopter to help them. Okay?
Okay.
You can ask Ziad because Ziad has a parrot who is flying. I think he is a flying parrot. Anyway. As we can see here, Ahmed Mustafa is jumping and dancing because Ahmed Mustafa wants to be a flying doctor. And he wears the glasses again, the sunglasses, as you see in the camera, that he is going to turn off now, I think. Anyway.
So can we continue?
Yes, of course we can continue. Whose turn is this? This is Ahmed Adli. Ahmed Adli, start from here. Most of the people.
Yes, Mr.
Most of the people.
Most of the people
live
near the coast around the country.
Yes.
About 1/3 live in the countryside in areas that are a long way from
towns.
What? Towns?
Towns and hospitals.
Towns and hospitals. Sometimes about a 6-hour drive.
Okay, thank you.
What happens?
Thank you, Ahmed Adli. Ahmed Atiyah.
Yes, teacher.
Start reading from what? What happens?
What happens when you are sick?
When you are sick. Continue, please.
What happens when you are sick? You can call the flying doctors.
Okay, continue.
The Royal Flying Doctors Service
brings
medical help to people all over
Australia.
Australia.
Thank you very much, Ahmed Atiyah. Asir.
Yes.
The flying
doctors are
pilots.
The flying doctors are pilots as well as doctors.
Thank you, Asir.
But this
Hamza, yes.
But this a small sentence.
You want to read?
How many do we have?
Read another sentence. No problem with me. They can
help with
emergency
injuries where they happen. And they can fly people to hospital.
Thank you. So, Asir, the flying doctors don't have wings, right?
Yes. They have a helicopter just a helicopter.
Can they fly like Superman?
No.
So what do they need to fly?
A helicopter.
Why we don't go to Zahra and Saudi Al-Almani in helicopter?
What?
Why we don't go to Zahra Mustashfa Hospital Zahra Saudi Al-Almani Hospital in helicopter? Why? Why we go in car? Why we don't go in helicopter?
Because the people can't go.
Because it's near our homes. It's near our homes.
Yes.
You can go by cars. But look, those people in Australia, if they want to buy car, they need 6 hours. Australia is very large. It's 7 million square kilometers. Egypt is 1.7 square kilometer. So it's a very big country. They can't drive cars. They will die in the car before they go to hospital. They need something very quick. But the Zahra in Saudi Arabia, Saudi Al-Almani, is very near. Very near. You can have 20 minutes maximum to go to them. So you don't need helicopter. Right?
Master, I didn't answer in the 2 meters.
I am sorry, Yusuf Khalid. We have 24 students. I can't manage to let you all speak at one session.
Don't answer in the 2 meetings.
No problem, Yusuf. We still have a lot of work to do. Don't worry. Hamza.
Yes.
Continue reading from here, please. It is much
quicker than traveling
by road. The Australian flying doctor.
Service.
It's a service.
Service has 77 airplanes.
Okay, thank you, Hamza. Thank you. Malik Al-Ginedi.
Yes.
There is a lot.
There is a lot of
medical equipment
inside, and they can be used as
Mister, I want it. Muhammad Bas.
Okay, Muhammad Bas, we take turns.
Okay.
Hospitals, doctors, and
we can't say hospitals, doctors. There is full stop here. You have to stop at this full stop. You have to say used as hospitals. Doctors can so and so. Go on, please.
be used as hospitals. Doctors
Can do.
can do inside the planes.
Can do operations.
Can do operation inside the
Thank you, Malik Junaidi.
planes.
Now, students, with the question, we are going to leave these questions as a supply the missing letters to answer them tomorrow after you study the new words. We just answer these questions. Muhammad Basil, read the first one, please.
Okay, miss. Why do people need this service in Australia?
Muhammad Basil, be careful. This is people, not people. People. And this is
People
service, not
need
service. Yes.
service in Australia.
Australia, not Australia. Australia.
Australia.
Why do people need the service in Australia?
Helicopter.
He said why. He didn't say what. He said why. Because Australia is an
Australia is an
enormous
enormous
country.
country.
Yeah, that's why.
7 full
Excellent.
stop 69 million
Seven,
square
it's not
kilometers.
full stop, Mr. Muhammad Basil. This is point.
Point 69 million.
Thank you, Mr. Muhammad Basil. I hope you'll be a flying doctor one day.
Okay.
Okay, Muhammad Basil. Well done. Because Australia is very big, students. It's enormous. Enormous means super big. It needs a helicopter. You can't drive the car for 6 hours if you are sick. You will die before you go to hospital. You need a helicopter to take you. Number two.
Yes, and the patient will die, and you in the road.
Yes, Muhammad, Mr. Yasin. Muhannad. Malik Saad.
What teach?
Who is it? Muhannad?
Yes.
Yes, Muhannad. Number two. What two jobs can the people in this service do? What can people do in helicopter? They can do what and do what? Two things. What are they? They can help with emergencies.
They can help with emergency.
And they can do operations.
Yes.
These are the two things. Help with emergency. If someone has cut, they put a bandage. If someone has a problem in heart, they can give him oxygen. And they can also do operations.
So,
They are the two jobs.
how much?
Yasin Khalid.
Yes.
Number three.
Okay, what happens if you need surgery quickly?
You can do the surgery to yourself, right?
No.
Because you need it quickly. You don't have time. So you can take the knife from the kitchen and the scissors and the needle and start cutting bad things in your body and do the surgery to your body. What do you think about that?
No.
No. So what can you do if you need surgery quickly?
Wait.
You call the flying doctors, right? Yes, you call the flying doctors. Are they birds, Yasin Khalid?
No.
Well, so how can they fly? They are like Superman?
No, they can fly by the helicopter.
Okay, and they can fly the helicopter and they are also doctors, right? Good. This is good.
Yusuf Khalid, I want to answer.
Yes, it's your turn now, Yusuf Khalid. Number four.
Do we need flying doctors in Egypt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yes.
Do you think we need flying doctors in Egypt?
No, no.
What do you think about that? We need flying doctors in Egypt, and when we look at the sky, we see them flying in the sky like birds. What?
Yeah.
Yes, I think we need flying doctors in Egypt, Yusuf Khalid.
Yes.
Because Egypt is very busy country. And I think the flying doctors are going to help us in Egypt because we have 100 million people live in Egypt.
Okay.
Thank you. Now put the correct word. Whose turn is this? Turn off your microphone, please. Malik Saad. Who is it now? Muhammad, that's it. Mustafa Murad.
Yes, teacher.
Choose the correct word, please.
And then you can go to hospital in an ambulance.
Yes.
In a helicopter.
In helicopter. It's interesting answer. In helicopter, you can go to hospital in an ambulance. So you put the helicopter inside the ambulance, or you put the ambulance inside the helicopter?
Then the paramedics.
Paramedics. It's very interesting. So we take the paramedics and we ride them like donkeys and they go to hospital.
What?
Mustafa Murad, paramedics are nurses. They are people. They are doctors.
Okay.
So in an emergency.
How many do we have?
What do you think about this, Mustafa Murad? If we don't have helicopter and we don't have ambulance and we want to go hospital and we are sick, what do you think if we hire some people to ride them and they run and they carry us to hospital? What do you think about that? Is it a good idea?
No.
Okay, so we say here in an emergency, right? Right, Mustafa Murad? Emergency. Serious situation, dangerous situation. You can't drive the car. So you call the ambulance and they come to take you to hospital, right? So students, the correct answer here, number one is emergency. Don't get angry, Mustafa Murad. It was just a joke.
I'm not angry.
Okay. You know, we are fasting because we are waiting to Yasin Khaled to give us a bake. He says that he is going to do that.
Yes.
Ziad.
Me too. I will get the bake.
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Number 6, please.
Number 6, okay. The people who drive an ambulance are called emergency.
We choose emergency. Emergency is a situation. It is not people.
Okay. Not helicopter.
It is not helicopter. Yes, that's it. That's it. Excellent, Ziad. Paramedics. Paramedics. So the people who drive ambulance are called paramedics.
Teacher, I want the answer.
We take turns.
Teacher, can I answer? I'm a moment. I didn't answer.
Yes, I have 24 students. I can't let them all answer. Omar Kamal.
Yes.
Number 7.
Lots of countries use helicopter to get people to hospital quickly.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Lots of countries use helicopter to get to hospital. What?
Because القصة الثاني بس لو واحد يجي القصة دي close your mic.
Airplanes.
I think we have a mistake here, students. What do you think? I think it should be ambulance, right?
Yes, it should be ambulance because
it is not airplanes. What do you think?
Yes, we can't use airplanes. Airplanes to travel, but not to the doctors.
Yes, I am going to cover it with Earth because Yasin Khalid likes Earth.
It's 1 million billion trillion X's.
Can I answer on a moment?
We take turns on our moment.
It's so many X's, mister.
So here, lots of countries use ambulance. It is not your fault, Omar Kamal. I think it is a mistake in the question. Ambulance to get people to hospital quickly. Now it means that number 8 in Australia, they use helicopters. But Ziad doesn't need helicopter because he has a parrot. If you want to go to hospital, he can use his parrot. Right, Ziad?
Right.
Right. Excellent, Ziad. I have a parrot too.
I will sit on the parrot.
How can the parrot pick the human?
It's a super
so
parrot.
Hard for
like Superman, super parrot. It can take all the class to hospital. It's very strong.
What?
Yes. Now we move to the test on Unit 9. Whose turn is this? Omar Mustafa.
Yeah.
Supply the missing parts in the following dialogue. What must you do in the class?
You do in the class.
Yes. What must you do? Of course, you must eat pizza in the class, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you agree? In the class, you must eat pizza?
No.
So,
I know. I learn.
I must
learn.
Learn answer. Also, you can say, I must listen to the teacher. Listen to the teacher. Because the teacher can sing. You can listen to him singing.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Because the teacher can sing. When you like songs, you can listen to the teacher while he's singing. And you can also be quiet. Because if you are not quiet, Yasin Khalid will hit you. You have to be quiet.
Hey, Yasin Khalid is my friend.
But he doesn't like noise. Friend. If he finds someone is making a noise, he will hit him. So these are correct answers. I must learn. I must listen to the teacher. I must be quiet. Okay. Now we move to Mr. Amr Magdi. Amr Magdi, are you here?
I think so.
Malik Saad. Yasin Khalid.
Yes, miss.
Yes, mister.
Yes, Malik Saad. Yes. Someone says, I mustn't eat or shout in the class. What was the question? The question, what must you do or what mustn't you do?
What do you do? What must do you do? What must do you mustn't do you?
That's it. What mustn't you
do didn't do in the class?
I think also we mustn't kill the teacher. What do you think about that?
No one can do that. It's haram.
Yes, we mustn't kill the teacher in the class.
We mustn't.
We mustn't.
But you mustn't kill anyone.
Yes, but we must kill the roach if we have roach.
What is roach?
Roach. It's a very nice insect.
It's a very...
Yes? Nice. You don't like roaches?
Yes.
Okay. I think, students, we can answer this question or we leave it to tomorrow when you study the words.
We can answer.
Tomorrow.
Yes, study the words today and tomorrow we answer the missing words here. Now let's choose the correct answer. Malik Saad answered, yes. Mustafa Hani, choose the correct answer, please.
Listen, no, I didn't answer.
But you answered before, Mr. Yasin.
If you have a broken bone.
You should wear if you have a broken, you should wear what? Cast. Because Mustafa Hani wants us to be a doctor to help bones. So he knows everything about bones. Right, Mustafa Hani? Please, could you help Tamer with his bones? He can't walk. Okay, Mustafa Hani?
Okay.
Try to help Tamer, please. Omar Mu'min.
Yes.
Number 2, please.
An injury, a scan, an operation is when you hurt your body in an accident.
Accident.
Operation.
No,
An operation.
Correct. Operation is something the
Scan.
doctor does.
Scan.
No, it is not correct. Scan, taking a picture from inside your body.
An injury.
An injury, that's right. Thank you, Omar Mu'min. Yusuf Khalid. Yusuf Khalid. Where are you, Yusuf Khalid? Did you fly with the flying doctors? Yusuf Khalid is not here. He left the meeting.
The class is done.
Really? Okay.
Mister.
Yes.
Yusuf Khalid was the flying doctors go to hospital to make a...
Yes, they called Yusuf Khalid because he is a flying doctor and to do an operation to a sick man.
Mister.
Ahmed Mustafa.
The class is done.
Mister. Finish.
Ahmed Mustafa, number 3, please.
Doctor.
Wear a face mask, use a monitor, use a stethoscope to listen to your breathing.
Use a monitor.
I don't think so. I think they use a stethoscope.
The class is done.
Amr Magdi. Amr Magdi, I can't hear you. Amr Magdi, he is not responding. He may be sick.
Hello,
Yes, Amr Magdi, number 4, please.
The class is done now or no?
Yes, the class is done.
When it is done, it will close.
No, 1 minute. 1 minute.
If you want to leave, please.
1 minute.
Amr Magdi, answer.
Mister.
Amr
Mister,
Magdi.
the class is done or no?
No.
I wanted to see Sing.